Hi, welcome to 4 Minutes of Film with me, Rhianna. 4 films this week: Mr. Holmes with an interview from Sir Ian McKellen, The Longest Ride, Accidental Love and Entourage. But let's start with Mr. Holmes. So this is another version of Sherlock Holmes, but this time he's retired because he's losing his fantastic mind. So he's all about the beekeeping and the country life, except his last case is bothering him because he can't quite remember the outcome.
What possible motive could that German woman have had to kill Anne? That night, I searched for something to jog my memory of the actual case. And there it was. A picture.
You can't really go wrong with Sir Ian McKellen at the helm, especially playing such a well-known character. And this is what happened when I spoke to the legend himself. What did you think that you could bring to Sherlock Holmes that no one else has yet?
I didn't have to worry about that because the script had already done it for me. This is the oldest Sherlock Holmes you're likely to see. He's 93. The script was individual, and the simple idea that the real Sherlock Holmes, was a real person and not really the character that Dr. Watson portrays. So.
Yes, we find out that there are so many embellishments that were Watson's.
Were they or weren't they? Yes, that's true. You know, you can't really trust what you think of as the real Sherlock Holmes, and that's part of the fun of this film, that it dismantles some of the myths.
It's not really a murder mystery, it's a drama about Sherlock Holmes himself, his relationship with his clients, those who were closest to him and those he pushed away. It's slow to unfold, but it's comforting and it's charming. I think this is one to take your dad to this Sunday, so 4 stars for Mr. Holmes. Next up, it's Accidental Love. This is a supposed comedy about a waitress who gets a nail in the head but can't afford the medical fees to have it taken out, so she goes to Congress for help, in particular a young, idealistic politician.
What brings you to DC?
I came to see you because I want to help people that have weird conditions that they can't afford to fix.
Alice, what's up? Hi, Alice.
Yikes.
I guess that's healthcare.
Oh, dear. That's not very manageable.
Considering that Jessica Biel and Jake Gyllenhaal both give quite fun performances, this is a bad film. The script is all over the place, it doesn't know if it's satirical or a gross-out comedy, and the supporting cast, who really should have known better, cement it as fairly disastrous, so 2 stars for Accidental Love. Next up, it's The Longest Ride. This is the latest Nicholas Sparks adaptation about a young woman who falls for a bull-riding cowboy. Their story intertwines with an old man who fell for the love of his life 70 years before.
Wow, there's nothing to it.
Some bulls are nice like that.
So how do you know which one you're gonna get?
You don't. You pick from a bowl.
Similarly to most recent Nicholas Sparks films, this is schmaltzy and silly with a poor script. It's out and out slush, but for me it was all about the flashbacks where we see this sweet romance play out between Una Chaplin and Jack Huston's characters, so 3 stars for The Longest Ride. Finally, it's Entourage. Definitely no romance there. Vinny Chase and his motley crew are involved in a new film which he stars in and directs, which is a problem for the jealous Texan billionaire who's financing the film.
Hey everyone!
Hey.
Good news and bad news. The bad news is the projector broke.
No! Vinny, no!
The good news is, look who just showed up. Pharrell, could we possibly convince you to come up here and perform?
I'm gonna kill Vince.
I haven't seen the TV series, I'm going on the film alone, and this movie just seems to be like, oh look what we can do with all this money. And all they seem to do is employ women and then talk about sleeping with them, but in much cruder terms. It doesn't feel like a proper film because the plot is an afterthought, the characters have no substance or story arc, except perhaps for Jeremy Piven's Ari Gold. It's not an ironic comment on the excess of Hollywood, it's a parody enhanced by the numerous celebs who put their names to it for a 3-second cameo, so 1 star for the very shallow Entourage. Next week, it's Minions, so click here to subscribe and catch that then.